Hello everyone, I'm Cristiano Ronaldo, and I'm thrilled to be here as your language guide through this journey of mastering English with Go Natural English. Today, I want to share something simple yet incredibly powerful with you. It's something many learners struggle with, and I completely understand how frustrating it can be. A lot of you have reached out and mentioned how challenging it feels when it comes to understanding spoken English or responding to questions in real-life situations. You might find yourself freezing up during a conversation, especially when someone speaks too quickly or uses unfamiliar words. You're not alone in this. It's common to feel a bit anxious, maybe even embarrassed, when you can't follow along or reply smoothly. The good news is that there's a very effective way to work through this nervousness and gradually improve your listening and speaking abilities in English without stress. I know how uncomfortable it can be when you're in the middle of a conversation and suddenly realize that you didn't catch what was said. You might hesitate, unsure of what to do next. You don't want to admit that you didn't understand, and that pressure can make the moment even more difficult. But I want to help you turn that fear into confidence. Imagine if you could walk into any conversation feeling prepared, calm, and ready to respond. That's absolutely possible, and it all starts with a simple mental exercise. Before you ever find yourself in that conversation, pause for a moment and visualize it. Picture yourself in that situation, whether it's meeting someone new, having a casual chat with colleagues, attending a class, or even being interviewed for a job. Then, ask yourself, what kind of questions would someone probably ask me in this context? Think about the most likely topics that might come up. Perhaps someone will ask where you're from, what you do, what your hobbies are, or why you're learning English. Try to predict at least 10 possible questions you might hear. Now, take it a step further. Don't just think about the questions, imagine your responses. Speak them out loud or jot them down in a notebook. Craft your answers in simple English, the kind of language you feel comfortable using. This way, you're practicing speaking without any pressure, and you're preparing your brain to recognize these questions and respond more naturally when the time comes. This approach is powerful because the more you imagine these conversations, the more familiar they become. You're training your ears to expect certain words and your brain to be ready with replies. Over time, you'll find that conversations become easier. That nervous feeling you used to get will start to fade away. You'll begin to understand more of what others are saying, and your replies will come to you faster and with more clarity. And what's even better is that this method works in nearly every situation. Whether you're speaking with classmates, greeting someone at a coffee shop, having a business discussion, or chatting with a friend online, you'll be ready. It's all about preparing yourself in advance, creating a mental blueprint that guides you when the moment actually happens. You won't always be able to guess every question word for word, but in most cases, you'll be close enough that you won't feel lost. When you start using this method regularly, you'll notice a big change. Listening won't seem as difficult. You'll catch more words, understand the context better, and react more confidently. Speaking will feel more natural because you've already practiced the words in your mind. And even when the conversation takes an unexpected turn, you'll have the confidence to ask for clarification or guide the topic in a direction you're more comfortable with. This is how real language learning happens, not just through textbooks or grammar drills, but through imagination, prediction, and repeated exposure to realistic situations. Your progress will become more visible, and your motivation will grow as your fluency improves. Remember, language is a tool for connection. Every time you prepare for a conversation, you're opening a door to new opportunities. You're giving yourself the ability to express who you are, to build relationships, and to grow in confidence. So take this one step and start applying it today. Imagine the conversations. Predict the questions. Practice your answers. It may seem small, but it will make a huge impact over time. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed this tip and you'd like to continue improving with practical advice and full English lessons, I invite you to check out my channel. There's so much more waiting for you. Keep learning, stay confident, and remember, you're doing great.